Hey everybody, Shinhan here, bringing you another StarCraft commentary. This is going to be an epic matchup right here. It's going to be SK Telecom T1 against Samsung Khan. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen here. So we're going to have set one here between Fantasy and JangBi. JangBi on the left, Fantasy on the right. TVP matchup right here, which is actually both of these players' best matchup. They're just over 40%, no, 60% on it. 40% is actually not that great, so I don't know why I would think that. But yeah, both of these guys is their best matchup, so I'm expecting some seriously good stuff here. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Having a sip of cola there. Yes, this is going to be on Chupung-Ryeong, New Autumn Wind. We're going to have JangBi in yellow at 1 o'clock, and we're going to have Fantasy at 7 o'clock as the violet or purple terran, protoss terran. Sounds cool, but non-existent. Protoss terran spawn! Yeah, this Chupung-Ryeong, they made slight adjustments to the old Chupung-Ryeong, which was very Protoss favored, and I think it was like 1910 in TVP in favor of the Protoss. So they decided to fix that a little bit. They made the main a bit smaller so that Protosses can't completely abuse the drops on it, and that kind of has equaled out. So far on Chupung-Ryeong, Terrans have been beating Protosses, and a Protoss has yet to beat a Terran on this new map. But we'll see if it's. I don't really think it's been made completely Terran favored, although the map is a little bit overall better for Terrans and Protoss than for Zerg because of the way it's laid out. The numbers do not lie, ladies and gentlemen. ACV going out for Fantasy, but no, it's apparently that ACV's not going to scout, just making sure there's no cheese coming his way. Gateway coming up for Fantasy. We'll see whether he goes for a simulator or core after this. He might even go for 2-gate, although I don't think. Okay, a simulator coming up, so that's probably going to be a core after the gateway. Refinery getting up and a barracks coming up for JangBi, and I hate this first-person view. Why do they do it? Why do they keep it up so long this early in the game? I'd rather see it a little bit in the mid-game when it's actually fun to see how fast these guys are moving their goddamn mouse. Yes. No scouts sent out by players so far. Just JangBi Fantasy, I mean, was just a little bit careful there, trying to make sure that there was no cheese by JangBi, which this map is very good for some Protoss cheese. Cybernetic score coming up, and JangBi is setting 2 probes on the choke to make sure that Fantasy doesn't scout. It's a very good strategy, of course. He does sacrifice those 2 probes. They don't mind, and the Zealot's not out, so it's very smart that he does this. He wants to deny the scout. It's very important, as people should know. That SCV's probably, yeah, SCV just sees those 2 probes, thinks it's maybe going to go for it, but it's very unlikely that it's going to get through. Those probes blocking the perfectly. If it was 1 probe, he could try to micro through, but with 2 probes, no way, especially with the Zealot now coming there to back him up. Probe's gonna... One of the probe moves out for scouting, and the Zealot stays there. SCV's probably not going to get through. Factory coming up. Citadel of a Dune for JangBi. Wow. So, never mind the Reavers. Citadel of a Dune. Templar. What kind of Templar? I don't yet know. Dark Templar could be actually a very good idea if done correctly, especially since he denied the scout, so this is probably gonna be Dark Templar. It's actually very good. Fantasy does not have anything to scout so far. He might be getting some later, although no Academy up, no Engineering Bay up yet. Fantasy is probably going to be expecting something eventually. I think what I've been talking is I think I've mixed up JangBi and Fantasy's names a little bit. I'll try not to anymore. Yeah. SCV's going all over the place trying to find some proxies. just to make sure there's no surprises awaiting. First Dragoon out for JangBi, so that helps him. Templar Archives on the way, so we'll see what he can do with these Dark Templar that he's waiting for. JangBi's known for his high Templar usage, although the way he's setting up his strategy, it's highly likely that this is a Dark Templar on the way. Fantasy floating around out his barracks. I wonder what he's going to do. He's blocking the forces on his ramp, just, you know, maybe tempting that probe to come in. So yeah, scouts denied. I don't know if JangBi's probe got in either. That probe was very late in scouting because he needed this probe to deny his own scout, but I think neither of the players scouted, so SCV did get in! Wow! Wow, huge blunder. Oh, probe's trying to block, probe's the probe's gonna block. No! No, the SCV sees the Templar Archives, and there goes JangBi's strategy. Oh, how did he allow that SCV to go through? Oh, big blunder there. He's Fantasy setting up his command center and engineering bay going up instantly. Nexus up for going up for JangBi as well. So wow, first Dark Templar is out. It's gonna go there. I don't think it's gonna be on time. Oh man, a huge mistake there. JangBi moving at his forces a little bit, didn't quite see that SCV on the way, and big mistake. Academy also going up, so he's getting ready for scans. First Templar on the way, missile turret being built. I think that Templar is going to be there just before the missile turret, although he might like kill one thing with then. Stargate, wow. So he's going to tech up. Ooh. Arbiters already? That'd be carriers maybe? Wow, I can't read his build at all. I don't know what he's gonna go for. I mean, it's really, he obviously had a very specific plan and he followed that plan to letter, so now he has to adapt. Those Dark Templar are obviously not going to be as useful as he was hoping them to be. I'm expecting he'll eventually go to some high Templar usage. That is his trademark. JangBi's probably the best storm user in StarCraft right now. There are a bunch of other protosses using well. Bisu storms very well, Stork storms well, but JangBi, just his storm seems to be always in the right place at the right time. It doesn't always win him a match, but it often does. Machine shop, doing something, probably siege mode on the way. Comset station finally getting up there to help him take care of those Dark Templar in case they decide to be an annoyance. Another ACV trying to scout. This time though is going to be denied. Dark Templar forced to run away by the tank fire cybernetics core spinning. So range upgrade not yet. Arbiter Tribunal. Yes, we are going to see arbiters. And gateways coming up. So JangBi, you know, screw his old plan. Time for a new one. That's good. He needs to adapt pretty quickly. It's unfortunate that his plan didn't work. I was looking forward to some more Dark Templar rapage, but it's not going to happen. I just really like seeing Dark Templar rape an SCV line or a drone line or a probe line. It just looks so fascinating. Oh, Fantasy blocking off and building the turrets all over the place. So it's like a slight lull in the action right now. Nothing really going on, but I don't know really what to expect. I don't think Fantasy knows about the Stargate and Arbiter Tribunal, so this is a change of tech, and Fantasy probably knows he's going to go change of tech, but he doesn't, of course, know what kind, so he's trying desperately to scout. Maybe he has comsat at that, I don't know. He's going to need lots of tanks, though, and just overall lots of stuff, and he's going to need detection, especially if those Arbiters come out. Be very careful against any recalls or stasis fields that might come his way. Dragoons and Vultures out now, all over the place. Probe there might be trying to set up an expansion, another one, in the left-hand corner there. Vultures are going to spot it, though, and going to take care of it. Bye-bye, Probe. Poor Probe. More gateways up for JangBi. On the way, anyway. Ooh, Vulture's gonna come in here and take out one more probe and run away. Sneaky little vultures, aren't they? Taking down random probes. Armory also now up, so Goliaths. Or just upgrades. Might be Goliaths, though. More comsets going off. Ooh boy. Lull in the action. What do you talk about when there's a lull in the action? Vulture is still waiting there for something to do, but a couple of Dragoons there. Starport now! Wow. So, I'm just not even going to bother saying what the Starports are for because I have no idea. Wraiths? Highly doubt it. Valkyries? Highly doubt it. Could be, he could just be going for science vessels, actually. EMP wave is good against Protoss, and he's going to need it if he's going to fight off Arbiters. nice use of mines there by the Vultures, trying to pin a couple of Dragoons in there. Quite a large force of Dragoons now by JangBi. Also a couple of Zealots there to help him out. We'll see. He's going to use the Arbiters to supplement this force, and is going to try to expand again. I think Fantasy, though, is not yet on the way to expand. Yeah, there we go. Science facility on the way. So we are going to see Science Vessel to counter this Arbiters. And the Arbiters not... He's probably still researching Arbiters' spells. Robotics facility now going up. Don't know whether I should call him spells or something else. Yeah, but the Arbiter is probably, he probably didn't want to use the Arbiter until he has Stasis researched, or until, Stasis and Recall are both ready. Vultures engaging several Dragoons here. Vultures planting mines. Some of them get taken down. Mines are, though, in pretty good positions. Although all of them get taken down. I think there is an observer there for them to spot the mines.